I had a friend named Leah. She still goes by Leah, but that version of her, the one who spent nights staring at her phone, rereading the same messages over and over, that version is gone. Back then, she wasn't obsessing over her boyfriend. She was obsessing over another man, a man who had no idea what was happening inside her head. Her boyfriend was literally in the next room, while she sat there, analyzing every word another man had sent her, searching for proof that what she felt wasn't one-sided. And here's the part that most men never see coming. She had already given him 2 signals, not obvious ones, not dramatic confessions, but 2 crystal clear behaviors that, if you know how to read them, tell you everything about where a woman is emotionally before she even admits it to herself. He missed both. The connection never turned into anything. And Leah, she stayed with her boyfriend, not because she loved him more, but because the other man couldn't read what she was silently handing him. By the end of this, you're going to see exactly what those 2 signals are, what they really mean, and most importantly, what separates the men who recognize them from the ones who lose the moment without even realizing it. Because most men don't lose women from lack of attraction. They lose them from lack of awareness. The first signal, almost every man sees it, almost every man feels it, and almost every man completely misreads it. She starts talking to you about her relationship, about her boyfriend. At first it seems normal, casual, maybe even harmless, but it's not. Because when a woman opens up to you about her relationship, she's not just sharing. She's choosing you as the place where her real emotions can exist. Think about it. She can't say those things to her boyfriend. Too much risk. Too much tension. She won't fully say it to her friends. They'll judge. They'll gossip. So where does it go? It goes to you. You become the space where she puts everything she can't say anywhere else. And that's not random. That's positioning. When she tells you he doesn't understand her, that they argued again, that she feels alone even when she's with him. She's not asking you for advice. She's watching you, watching how you handle it. Do you get excited and see an opportunity? Do you panic and try to say the right thing? Do you jump in and start tearing her boyfriend down? Or do you stay grounded? Do you hold your position without turning yourself into her emotional support system? Because what you do in that moment defines you faster than anything you could ever say. Most men fall into one of 2 traps. They either become the perfect listener, so available, so understanding, so safe, that they erase all tension and become her emotional outlet instead of her desire. Or they attack the boyfriend. They compare, they hint, they position themselves as the better option, and something instantly closes, not because she suddenly loves her boyfriend more, but because you just showed her something about yourself she can't ignore, that you gain energy from someone else's weakness, and that kills attraction quietly. What she's actually testing, without ever saying it, is your stability. Can you hear her without getting pulled into it? Can you stay present without needing to fix, prove, or take advantage? Because the right response isn't in your words. It's in your energy. You listen. You ask one question that shows you actually understood her, and then you let the moment breathe. You don't rush to fill it. You don't try to control it. You don't try to win it. Because the truth is this: a woman who talks to you about her relationship when she has zero obligation to has already made space for you in her mind. That's a crack. And cracks don't get forced open. They widen slowly under their own weight. As long as you don't block them with your own neediness, that first signal says one thing clearly: you matter enough for her to drop the mask. And for a woman who carefully manages what people see, that's never accidental. Now the second signal, this one is deeper, more subtle, and way more powerful, because unlike the first, she doesn't even realize she's doing it. There's no label for it in her mind, no plan, no strategy. It just happens naturally, which is exactly why it matters. She starts asking for your opinion, not about you, not about your relationship, about her life. Small things at first. What would you have done? Do you think I handled that right? Was I wrong to say that? On the surface, it looks innocent, but it's not, because a woman whose emotional needs are fully met doesn't go looking for another man's perspective on her daily decisions. She already has someone for that. So when she comes to you, it means something inside her relationship is missing, and without consciously deciding it, her mind has started auditioning you for that role. Here's the truth most men never hear. A woman only asks for a man's opinion after she's already started giving him authority, and that process is emotional, not logical. When she asks you what you think about her job, her situation, even her relationship, she's not searching for the right answer. She's checking something deeper. Do you think like her? Do you see things the way she does? Are you aligned? That's not conversation. That's connection. It's a form of intellectual intimacy she only shares with people who matter. And this is where most men lose it again. They answer too fast, too perfectly, too logically. They give the clean, impressive response. And without realizing it, they turn themselves into a tool, not a man, because she didn't want a solution. She wanted to feel understood. So instead of trying to impress her with your answer, you shift the frame. You send it back to her. What do you actually want to do? 4 simple words, but they hit differently because they show her 3 things instantly. You're not trying to control her. You trust her judgment, and you're not seeking approval. That carries more weight than any perfect answer ever could. Now here's what almost no man notices. These 2 signals always show up in the same order. First, she shows you her cracks. Then she gives you influence. That sequence isn't random. It's a progression, and if you've ever experienced it, you already felt what it meant, even if you couldn't explain it. If you want to understand these patterns on a deeper level, not just what they look like, but how to move inside them without hesitation, there's a full breakdown waiting for you in the description. Because once you see this clearly, you stop second-guessing everything. And that brings us to the question most men are really asking: what do you actually do with this? And here's the uncomfortable truth. There's no script, no step-by-step formula. There's only a state, a way of being that she feels before you say anything. She reads it in your timing, in your responses, in what you choose not to say. A woman who starts drifting toward another man isn't looking for something dramatic. She's looking for something stable, something grounded, something that feels like a different world than the one she's in. She needs to feel that you have your own life, that you're building something, that you don't revolve around her attention, that you have a center that doesn't move. Because the man who waits for her to choose has already lost. The man she chooses is the one who never waited. So what you build in this window is presence, not pressure. You stay consistent. You stay calm. You stay unhurried. Whether she replies in 2 minutes or 2 days, you don't shift. And that steadiness, it creates contrast. A contrast she feels against the emotional instability in her current relationship. Even if she never consciously compares the two. Women don't leave for men who chase them. They leave for men who make them feel like life could be different. And here's the part most men completely ignore. These signals have an expiration date. She's in a window. She's open temporarily. If nothing moves that forward, she closes. She goes back. She convinces herself what she has is good enough. So yes, you have time, but not forever, because urgency kills attraction, but invisibility kills it even faster. The difference between men who catch these moments and men who miss them completely isn't intelligence. It's awareness, the ability to see what's actually happening beneath normal conversation. You don't attract a woman by telling her what she wants to hear. You attract her by seeing what she thought she was hiding. If you want more breakdowns like this, real, unfiltered insights into how attraction actually works beneath the surface, subscribe to Love, Lies, and Reality. And if you're serious about understanding the deeper psychology behind moments like this, the patterns, the timing, the mistakes that silently cost you everything, check the link in the description, because once you see it, you stop missing it. And the next time she shows you those signals, you won't hesitate. You'll know exactly what you're looking at and exactly how to move.